Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Stephen.
I'm Anthony.
And today's date is March the 12th, and we're going to be covering pages 28 to 31 with culture.
OK， 今天我们要讲的主题呢是文化之窗这个重要的这个单元哦。在这边的话，我们今天要介绍的是我们大家几乎天天都会用到的东西，就是我们的筷子
Right.
An ancient tool of the East.
Chopsticks define the experience of eating in Asia.
这是我们的副标题，对不对 ？Define 的意思就是定义了。好，如果说今天你说 chopsticks define the experience of eating in Asia， 也就是说呢，今天筷子它能够定义我们在东方食的文化或者食的经验。
So define here, it's not like the definition of a word, right? 就是去讲这个意思，这个字的意思。It can also be like outline the experience of eating in Asia. So how important are chopsticks?
非常非常重要。
We'll find out today.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. East Asian cultures, such as China, Korea, and Japan, all use chopsticks for eating.
好，我们今天开始它的第一段的第一句话，他说 East Asian cultures， 好，在东亚的这个文化呢 ，such as China, Korea and Japan， 不管日本、韩国还是在中国，好 ，all use chopsticks for eating。吃呢都会用筷子。
Exactly. And here in this sentence, we could actually take out all. So it could be China, Korea, and Japan use chopsticks for eating. But adding all is actually just emphasizing that all the ones that we just listed before, China, Korea, and Japan, they all use chopsticks. So you can have the option of taking it out if you want.
没错，在这里的话 all 来强调它前面都怎么样。当然如果没有的话也没有关系。
Right. And then East Asian cultures, like they said, China, Korea, and Japan. But if you said Southeast Asian, that's like Thailand and Singapore, Southeast,
Cambodia.
Right. Okay. Even though they might appear similar at first glance, the style of chopsticks varies from place to place.
好，接下来我们看到下面这句话，他说 even though 就是虽然的意思，they might appear similar at first glance。你只要看到 appear 或是 seem， 就是看似如何，后面一定还有话要讲。OK， 所以在这边的话，你看到 they might appear similar， 看似呢很接近 at first glance， 就是第一眼看到的时候觉得大家都是用筷子嘛，都差不多吧。The style of chopsticks varies from place to place， 但是每个地方的筷子呢都不一样哦。
So from place to place is away from 各每一个地方, right? And also here, first glance, glance 这个字呢, it can be a verb or a noun. It's kind of like if you look at somebody quickly, but don't stare. Stare, S-T-A-R-E 呢, 就是一直盯着人家看。Okay? 那 glare 呢 G-L-A-R-E 你看都 they all sound very similar. Glare 呢是瞪人家 Okay? So glance 只是一眸那种感觉看一下 That's a glance.
Yeah, 没错，所以 glance 就是 take a quick look。我说那边帅哥看一下，那就是 glance。那如果说今天是
Thanks, Andy.
Don't forget to pay me. OK 如果说今天是你瞪着看是 stare， 那如果是把这个 s 变成那个 glare G-L 的话呢，就会变成是很生气的瞪，
对，
就是不是盯着看，而是瞪着看，就是很不爽的感觉。
然后 here they said they might appear similar, right? So 这里可以说 they might seem similar, S-E-E-M 这个两个都常会听到。They might seem like they're friends. I say they might appear like they're friends. We can use both of these.
没错，这两个都是来表达看似如何，然后后面一定还有话要说的哦。
Exactly. Let's take a short break. Chopsticks were invented in China about 5,000 years ago.
OK， 接下来第二段这个地方他就开始说了这个历史了。他说 chopsticks were invented， 好，这个筷子呢是当初在中国 in China about 5,000 years ago， 在5000年前所创造出来的。
Right. Another word that we could say instead of about, we could change that to around. Around 5,000 years ago. 大概差不多5000年前。那这个 about 用这个 about 呢，也是跟 around 就大概的意思，可是不是关于的意思。对，所以很多a lot of people might be like about. That means like about. What is this story about, right? But in this sentence, if it's in front of a time, usually that means 大概的意思。
Yeah, exactly. 所以 about 跟 around 都可以在这个地方表达大概的意思哦。
Traditional Chinese chopsticks are made of wood and are very long.
OK, so 它这边第二个就要讲了 traditional Chinese chopsticks， 就是传统的那种中国人使用的筷子呢，好，are made of wood， 好，是用木头做的。When you say be made of， 指的是它的材料是用什么做的。有的时候你会看到什么 be made up of， 这时候它是讲它的组成，通常后面会接好几样东西，所以在这两个长得很像的这种片语的话，尽量不要搞混。所以这里就是 be made of wood， 就是用木头做的这种材质 ，and are very long， 而且感觉上这个筷子是比较长的。
Exactly. So A made of B， 那就是从 B 这个材料做出 A 的意思。Okay. So made of wood and are very long， 所以这个的 and 呢，它分开两个不同的也有动词的，所以其实我可以讲 are made of wood and very long。chopsticks are made of wood and very long, but because very long by itself sounds a little awkward， 还会加那个 are very long， 所以有的时候有看到就是 and 分子之后还是会有个动词。Okay, a Chinese meal is often composed of many small dishes which are laid out all over the table。
没错，在这边后面就讲了 a Chinese meal。好，如果是一般来讲，一般在中国吃的这种一餐的话呢 ，is often composed of。好，在这里你就注意到了 be composed of， 就是后面在讲有好几样东西组成的感觉。当然，在这个地方你也可以说 is made up of， exactly， 这边就可以用上去了。Many small dishes which are laid out all over the table， 通常是好多好多一盘一盘小盘的那种餐点 ，which are laid out， 就是被铺在这个桌面上头，一个整个这样摊开来的感觉。
If you just say laid, that just means like 你放在那边。就是 laid out 这个 phrasal verb 就是让你知道它是把它铺在那边。
Yeah，
然后再加 all over the table 呢，感觉会让你觉得是整桌都是菜。all over the table.
That's right.
然后 is composed of 呢，我们也可以说 is made up of， 就像老师说的。So that's something to look to also know. You can also say a Chinese meal consists of. Okay, consists of. C-O-N-S-I-S-T， 这要加一个 s， 因为它是第三人称。A Chinese meal is often a Chinese meal often consists of， 这个时候就不用 is， 不用 be 动词。
Yeah。
然后这个 often 呢，它是那个 t 虽然是有在，但是我们平常是把那个 t 弄 silent， 所以不会 often， 是 often。
Okay.
All right. In this way, long chopsticks help people reach across the distance from their seat to the food they would like to eat.
OK， 所以在这个地方就说 in this way， 因为长的关系嘛，对不对？很好用。In this way， 如此一来 ，long chopsticks help people reach across the distance from their seat to the food they would like to eat。所以 reach across the distance 是能够跨越很长的距离 ，from their seat 从他们坐的位置一路到夹到他们要吃的那个菜。
刚才 Antony 老师这样子把这个 sentence 分得很好，就是从他们位置，然后伸过去，然后去夹到他们要的菜。就是光是这个 sentence 已经有很多介系词 ，a lot of preposition words, across， 然后 from， 然后 to. A lot of times, a lot of my friends who speak Chinese, it's hard for them to know which preposition to use. 但是因为他们会觉得一个字可能不太需要用，因为只是小小一个字，但是这些介系词会让你的听者知道你的那个动作是往哪一个方向。
Yeah.
对 ，so these preposition words are very small, yes, but they're very, very important. And then if 你如果用刚刚老师的那种方式去做逻辑，就是伸过去，那过去就是 across， 从你的位置 from your seat， 然后去做哪一个东西，去夹你要的菜 ，to reach for 你要的那个菜，所以这些介系词真的非常重要。
没错，真的是这样。
Let's take a short break. Japanese chopsticks are also wooden, but they are clearly shorter than the Chinese variety because Japanese people usually hold their bowls close to their mouths when eating.
OK， 所以现在老师在这个地方还帮忙示范一下，对不对？这样你会印象会更深刻一点。他这句话说 Japanese chopsticks。好，刚刚讲完了中国的这种筷子呢，现在讲日本的筷子。Japanese chopsticks are also wooden， 他们也是用木头做的，所以你可以说筷子呢 be made of wood， 你也可以用 wooden 这个形容词来表达。好，are also wooden，but they are clearly shorter than the Chinese variety。好，这个地方的话，我们待会请老师解释 variety 这个字。不过它跟中国的筷子比较起来呢，它是比较短一点的。Why? Because Japanese people usually hold their bowls。他们这个碗呢，就会比较靠近他们的嘴巴，就是我们中文讲的以碗就口。其实我小时候也被这样教，就是要以碗就口，不能这样吃，要拉起来吃 when eating。所以他们的这个筷子不用太长。
Right. So variety 这个字呢 it can mean like 很多种类 okay? There is a variety of different foods. 平常很多种类的那个形容词是放在后面 a variety of different foods. 但是如果是光说 variety 它就是种类 okay? There are clear, these Japanese chopsticks, they're 一种比较像比中国的那种的筷子的种类再短一点 okay? They're clearly shorter than the Chinese variety. Okay? So that's the meaning of variety. So 你可以把它用成 there are a variety of different people in this room. Okay? 这个房间有很多不同的人的种类 Okay? So variety 是这样用。
没错，老师刚刚提到一个非常重要的 a variety of 后面接一个复数的名词来表达各式各样的。
Okay? And in Korea, chopsticks are typically made of metal, flat rather than round, and used in combination with a Western-style spoon.
OK， 接下来我们画面要转到这个韩国了。In Korea, chopsticks are typically made of metal。它是用这个 metal， 就是用那个金属来制作筷子的。Flat rather than round， 它是这种扁扁的。不知道你有没有用过那个
It's really hard to use, I think. Yeah, but when you're eating the small side dishes, S-I-D-E, 然后第二个字 D-I-S-H, side dish 就是那些配菜
Yeah.
Right? When you're eating the side dishes, I don't know why, when you're using Korean chopsticks, it just feels right. 感觉就是对的。
对的。哇哦
Maybe it's a cultural thing.
吃那种配菜的时候夹起来真的很方便，但是一般来这样吃的时候，感觉上手感上面是不太一样的。所以它后面这个地方就讲了 ，rather than round and used in combination with a Western-style spoon， 它也会搭配着一个这种西式的那种汤勺啊、调羹啊这种东西。
那如果是东方的 style 是 Eastern style, right? Okay, so Eastern style. 那这里呢 Western style 还是 Eastern style， 它把它弄成形容词，所以是有一个连字线 hyphen 来一起把这个两个字放在一起，就知道是 adjective。
对。
但如果是用成 noun 的，就不会用这个 hyphen 了，对不对？那你可以给一个 example， 如果是今天是 noun form 嘛，如果说 I want to have an Eastern style restaurant， 我想要一个东方式的一种餐厅，对，这是 adjective 连起来。如果用成名词的部分怎么用？
可以说 I want my restaurant designed in Western style or in Eastern style。你会发现到 Eastern style 或者 Western style 后面没有名词了，这时候它们本身就是名词的时候，那个连字号就不见喽。
对，这是英文有的时候蛮复杂的地方，但是因为你要把它想形容一个东西的时候，它平常会把两个字放在一起，这样就会知道这是个形容词。Okay? And then here in the beginning of the sentence, in Korea, 你看这是个非常好的 transition 的方式，因为我们刚刚还在讲就是日本的文化跟中国的文化，它如果加个 in Korea， 我们就很清楚知道现在接下来讲的部分是 Korea.
That's right.
So it makes it easier for people who are listening to know that there's a switch, there's a change, there is a transition. This is something I often need to remind a lot of my friends who speak Chinese.
Yeah.
It's very important to have these transitions so that people can follow what you're saying. Okay, these are very, very important.
没错，老师刚刚提到的 transition 就是转折词的意思，就变成是让人家知道说你现在讲的东西已经不是日本喽，已经讲到韩国去了。
Exactly. And typically, 我们接下来看到那个 adverb, typically 呢，我们也可以用 usually, U-S-U-A-L-L-Y. 但是 typically 只是另外一个方式来讲平常的 okay? Typically, made of metal. 那我们说过 made of 就是 composed of 的意思。
That's right.
Composed of, C-O-M-P-O-S-E, 然后加 D, 然后加第二个字 of 就是从这个metals
是金属，
从金属做出来的。Flat rather than round， 你看这个部分呢，它就是说是扁而不是圆的。Okay, so rather than 是而不是 ，and then used in combination with， 它这个时候是选择用 used in combination。然后其实如果我用 combination 的 verb form， 它动词的部分，我可以说 and combined with。直接 C-O-M-B-I-N-E-D， 这个也是另外一个方式，所以 you can use the noun form or the verb form. Okay?
很酷。
后面也是要加 with 哦 ，combined with. Okay? For people who are not used to them, this kind of chopstick can feel very slippery at first.
OK， 所以接下来 for people 像我一样的 who are not used to them 不习惯的人呢 ，this kind of chopstick can feel very slippery， 就变成是感觉上用起来可能滑滑的不好夹。
Yeah.
At first 是刚开始用的时候会有这种感觉。
We were just talking about that,
That's
right?
right.
It's just very hard for people who are used to round chopsticks to use flat chopsticks. 很难，就是已经习惯用圆的筷子，然后突然间用扁的筷子。It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. You know, in American culture, a lot of times, because a lot of people in Western cultures, they don't really use chopsticks usually. So whenever you give them chopsticks, they sometimes have a lot of difficulty. So a lot of the disposable chopsticks, disposable 就是可丢掉那种 disposable, disposable. 那 disposable chopsticks 它上面有个 wrapper, okay, 那个包装，它会教你1、2、3、4的步骤。How do you use chopsticks? Yeah, so it's actually very 很贴心的一个提醒，教人家怎么用。Okay, so this kind of chopsticks 在这个 sentence 我也可以说 this variety of chopstick， 就像我们前面有学到的那个字。然后 slippery 就是很滑的意思。然后我们在最后面写 at first， 在一开始用的时候 ，OK， 所以可以用这个说法来讲 at first。然后 in this sentence I could also say this kind of chopstick can feel very slippery at first for people who are not used to them。Right? 所以我也可以颠倒，但是因为我们要强调，就是我们现在接下来要讲关于哪一种人 ，right? So that's why 我们会选择把 for people who are not used to them， 这样子一听这个 sentence 的人，那些真的不会用筷子的人就知道接下来这个东西在讲他们。
You're talking about them,
exactly.
Right?
No matter where you are in Asia, chopsticks are a useful tool for eating all kinds of delicious food and local dishes.
没错，然后最后这个地方他就说 ，No matter where you are in Asia， 不管你身处在亚洲的什么地方、chopsticks are a useful tool for eating all kinds of delicious food and local dishes， 对不对？任何情况下，你要吃一些当地的美食佳肴啊，都会少不了筷子这样神奇的这种好用的工具。
Right, so even though chopstick is a utensil 是 utensil。utensil 这个字在中文应该就是拿来用吃的工具，right？
没错。
但是它本身也是一个工具嘛 ，tool T-O-O-L， 所以也可以用这个字。可是平常在英文，如果你没有在讲吃东西，你只是讲 tool T-O-O-L 这个字。I will think like a hammer
啊，榔头啦，
还是一个 screwdriver，
螺丝起子啦。
对，所以只是讲 tool， 我们会想到这个在美国的这个文化。但是如果是在讲吃东西的时候，我就知道是要拿来吃东西的一个工具，但是可以用 utensil 来代替。Okay, and then local 这个字呢 ，it's a little bit hard for some people to say because there's 2 L's in this word。但是要怎么念呢？就是所有的 L 的字在英文的时候，你一定要舌头出来碰到哪个大门牙的中间，这样 local。然后后面这个 L 呢，它不会再碰到2个牙齿，可是它有个力量往外出，是 local 这样子。对，这是一个很难抓到，可是那个舌头要
很灵活，像老师这样这么灵活。
You have to practice.
Local.
All right, let's go to the review section. All right, so the first thing I want to remind people is what is an ancient tool?
Ancient 就是古代的。
然后 tool 呢
？Tool 就是工具，从古代在开始我们就一直在使用的工具。
Exactly, and we learned today chopsticks are
ancient tools.
And they're 筷子 right?
筷子，没错。
Okay, and what do I mean by at first glance?
At first glance 是刚开始看的时候。
我们刚开始看的时候，光讲 glance 就是一眸那个意思。Okay, and what is varies from place to place? What does that mean?
Vary from place to place 是因不同的地方而有所差异。
Very good description. What if I say Chinese chopsticks are made of wood? What does that mean?
他还讲到它的原料是什么 ？Be made of 后面接的是原料。那相较于我们刚刚所讲的 be made up of 有一个 of 出现的时候，代表后面有好几样东西，它是一个组成分子，由什么所组成的
Exactly. And then be made of something 呢，我们也可以说 be composed of something, right? 这个两个意思是一样的。
一样的 be made up of something, be composed of something 后面都会接许许多多的不同的分子，就像这边提到说什么 be composed of many small dishes 有好多不同的小小的一种菜所组成的一整桌的佳肴。
Exactly. What does a variety mean?
A variety 就是一种种类，刚刚老师提到说种类往往是跟其他地方长得有点像，但是有一点点些微差异的，我们会用 variety 这个词来表达。
Typically 这个副词呢？
这个 typically 它可以指的是像 usually， 有时候差不多典型的情况是这个情况。
And then in combination with
Yeah, in combination 就是搭配着、伴随着后面这个东西。当然，你也可以用 combined with 来表达。
Exactly. And then watch out, it's slippery. Slippery 是
slippery 就是很滑，小心地滑，不要摔倒了。
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
拜拜。
第28页，文化之窗，古老的东方有一双筷。
An ancient tool of the East. East Asian cultures such as China, Korea, and Japan all use chopsticks for eating. Even though they might appear similar at first glance, the style of chopsticks varies from place to place. Chopsticks were invented in China about 5,000 years ago. Traditional Chinese chopsticks are made of wood and are very long. A Chinese meal is often composed of many small dishes which are laid out all over the table. In this way, long chopsticks help people reach across the distance from their seat to the food they would like to eat. Japanese chopsticks are also wooden, but they are clearly shorter than the Chinese variety because Japanese people usually hold their bowls close to their mouths when eating. In Korea, chopsticks are typically made of metal, flat rather than round, and used in combination with a Western-style spoon. For people who are not used to them, this kind of chopstick can feel very slippery at first. No matter where you are in Asia, chopsticks are a useful tool for eating all kinds of delicious food and local dishes.